I'm beginning this exhibition with a photograph that it's called Breathe Me Sea. It's a kind of meeting, but also a sort of challenge with seeing the sea behind me and breathing with my water from my body. So it's a mirrored image, and then the sea is disappearing with my fog. But it asks a lot of breathing, so I'm also screaming. And it's a scream that invites you in an installation that I did with 13 different colors that evokes the color of the sea to me. Assembled them together, and also they are growing on, they are on the floor and in the ceiling, and they are reflecting, they are reflected by the ground themselves, because the ground is a mirrored paper. So it's upside down because we can see the color from the ground, but also from all around. This is a light room, and we enter in the darker room, which has to do with cosmology, but also what's under the sea, like my dear West plankton and the stars. So it's moving points all around, green. You need to look up, you need to look around, and there's a song by Ben Seratan, a composer, American composer. I really like his pipe music, but a bit more electronic than just pipe. And also there's a meteorite, but not as an object, it's a liquid. It's actually the state where the Natural History Museum of Denmark, Copenhagen, who the laboratory loaned it to me. It's a meteorite called Arispe. It has fallen in Mexico in 1882. And if you take a drop, you can then discover isotope of the meteorite and know a bit more. Those scientists are a very top lab to know about formation of other planets, and especially about water, outer space, which is the essence of life, of course. And it's very peaceful way to go in the third room, which is, we are going a bit more up, and there's some drapé, as we say, with a sand dish color, with some photographs I've been taken from up when I arrived in Copenhagen last time I came here to prepare the show. I took it from my phone, and it's really the earth, the soil going into the water and mixing it among it. So the support of that is a tube, and as you could see in the dark space, there's one first brass tube and the second one. This work is actually in situ kind of work. I've been by chance finding this bar that was closing and throwing it apart, and I was there at the right time with the good people who could help me to bring them back here. And they're very beautiful material, and it's exactly what I was looking for, actually. So the laser, the optic fiber, and was really one of the second act of this scene that I'm proposing here. Then we've got another reflection, because my work is a lot about, in here especially, about reflection. I begin with a double image of myself, and I propose a deep breath into the sea, and it expands to the cosmic scale, and there it's a bit more, it's in itself. Behind the scene of the sculpture, you've got the fiber optic. And so it's exactly what constitutes us, in the sense that right now, without this under the sea, those tubes and internet connection, etc., we wouldn't live the world we are living now. So it's happening with a lot of things in the sky, with a lot of satellites that are invading the space right now, and the light of the space. Maybe soon we won't be able to see the stars anymore. And the under the sea that we don't see. And it's all about seeing the sea. I did this show called I See the Sea and the Sea Sees Me. And for me it's a kind of reminder, and inviting people for a walk where you take what you see, actually, from the idea of the sea.